Hello everyone, my name is Vivian and I'm introducing the Group E, and in this research project we talked about the impact of COVID-19 on the small scale enterprise in Abuja, Nigeria. We are 7 in the group generally, and each of my colleagues is going to have a say in this research. So in the history of the world, infectious diseases has wreaked havoc among countries. The continuous and emerging global convergence is also influencing the speed of the spread of these infectious diseases. According to the World Health Organization, the world has witnessed more than 20 outbreaks of infectious diseases over the past decade. In 2020, the World Health Organization announced or proclaimed COVID-19 as a public health emergency. This virus was reported to have emerged from Wuhan in China, and this virus was first discovered in Nigeria in February 2020. It started spreading in cities like Lagos, Ogun, and Abuja. And the continuous spread of this virus over the country caused a lockdown in March 2020 in Nigeria. And as a result, small and medium-scale industries or enterprises has suffered a lot. And the aim of this study generally is to check out all those businesses that have been affected and thoroughly investigate and see how it has negatively affected them, which we have done. And my colleagues are going to say more about this.
Hi, my name is undeniably, a member of Group E, and I'm here to take on the abstract of our project topic, the impact of COVID-19 on small and medium-scale businesses. Like we all know, COVID-19 affected the world at large and also the small and medium businesses. So I'm here to give out the full analysis of what we'll be using during our project topic. This study specifically identifies the effects of COVID-19 pandemic on the performance of the small and medium businesses in Abuja, Nigeria, to be precise. It adopted a quantitative research which we got data from selected EMEs, like a questionnaire was sent to different businesses to get an insight of how the pandemic affected their various businesses. So from the findings, using the analysis, it shows that there were certain effects that led to this, which was staffs were not paid their full salaries. There was not enough patronage in the businesses because of the lockdown measures that were put in place. It was, however, suggested by the respondents that the government should come in place now and put in so many government helps to help them, like alleviation scheme, like it could be a poverty alleviation scheme, the tax payment should be reduced so that their businesses would be able to thrive and they'll be able to survive throughout the pandemic. So this study is specifically going to identify the effects that COVID-19 had on the small and medium scale businesses in Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you.
My name is Precious Ibinige. I'm a member of the Group E. I'm here to talk about the methodology of this study. This study was carried out in Abuja, Nigeria. A well-structured questionnaires were distributed among selected SMA business. A total number of 60 questionnaires were distributed, and 5 sectors were selected. In each, 5 questionnaires were distributed in each of the sector. At the end of the day, a total number of 50 questionnaires were returned, and 10 were incorrectly filled, and a total number of 40 were used to carry out the analysis of this project.
My name is Omoladolu Atosin Oladeji, and I'm here to talk about the research objectives and the research questions. The following research objectives were developed in line of the statement of problem. Number 1 is to analyze the nature and the impact of COVID-19 on small scale and medium enterprises in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise, between the period of 2020 and 2021. Number 2 is to analyze the impact of COVID-19 on the return of investment of SMEs in Nigeria, in Abuja too, within this same time frame. And the third one is to analyze the impact of COVID-19 on employees and employers of small scale and medium enterprises, the effect of COVID-19 on employee and employers of small scale and medium enterprises. The following research questions were developed in line of this statement of problem, and number one is to what extent has COVID-19 affected the financial performance of small scale and medium scale enterprises in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise? The second research question that was developed towards this line is that to what extent has or can the coping strategies ameliorate the effect of COVID-19 on small scale enterprises? And the third one is that to what extent has COVID-19 affected the welfare of employees and employers of small scale enterprises? Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuel. I'll be talking about the scope of this research, which is the impact of COVID-19 on day-to-day activities of small-scale businesses in Abuja, Nigeria. We focused on small-scale businesses that operate in the retail and service sector, because these are the sectors that were majorly affected by COVID-19 for small businesses, because they operated their business through face-to-face interactions with their customers. And we also focused on the impact, the restrictions laid by the authorities, which are the government authorities, had on their day-to-day businesses, because there was it actually reduced their sales and their profit, which affected the business return on investment for the month and for the period which the restrictions lasted, I think for a couple of months. Further would be more discussions in the study will be talked about by my other colleagues. Thank you.
Hi, good day. My name is Vincent Kenep-Chukwuwanfo. I'm a vestibular student studying Masters in Finance and Accounting. I'm here to talk about the statement of problems in respect to our project, which is the impact of COVID-19 on small and medium-scale business in Abuja, Nigeria. You see, generally, COVID-19, which we all recognize as a global pandemic, was first identified in Nigeria in the early February of 2020. And immediately after it was identified, 1 month later, the Nigerian government imposed strict restrictions and strict lockdown rules. All these lockdowns were part of the reasons or part of the factors that affect the operations of small and medium-scale businesses in Abuja, to be precise. Part of these restrictions were lockdown in the sense that people could not move, people could not access products, people could not access these small-scale businesses. There were restrictions in respect to movement within the environment and movement outside the environment. And also, this restriction, this lockdown affected the revenue of small-scale business. It affected the cash flow of small-scale business. It also affected the fact that small-scale business could not interrelate to customers. They could not meet customers. Customers could not meet them to buy products. At the same time, those small-scale businesses were not able to access raw materials which are essential for them to produce finished goods in order to sell to their customers. So most of the small-scale businesses were operating with limited budget at this time. They were operating with low returns on sales, and all this affected them on a daily basis. Also, part of the symptoms that, not really symptoms, but part of the effects that really affect them are like, in the sense that they were not able to compensate their employees. They had to let go of most employees. At the same time, you're not financially able to pay the existing employees they have. Thank you very much.
Hello again. I'm going to be talking about the recommendation that was derived from this study. It is obvious that the COVID-19 pandemic is causing more disaster than good to businesses worldwide, especially the small and medium-scale enterprises. Therefore, decisive measure has to be put in place to maintain business that are especially at the verge of extinction or total collapse. In the Nigerian context, despite the palliative that we are being provided by the Nigerian government tagged the COVID-19 relief packages to provide support to SMEs, the following recommendations were therefore derived. 1. Government review of monetary and fiscal policies measures. 2. Ensuring effective and efficient palliative measures are established by the government, NGOs, that is the non-governmental organizations, and other organizations. 3. Adaptation of e-business model to businesses. Thank you very much for listening.
Good day. My name is Israel Kolawale Opayemi with index number 56240. I'm a member of Group E of the research poster. Our group worked on the topic of impact of COVID-19 on the day-to-day activities of small-scale enterprises in Abuja, Nigeria. I personally, for one, worked on the original contribution, and I'm here to give more light on what original contribution was about. Now, in the original contribution, we sampled some SMEs in Nigeria, Abuja to be precise. We chose Abuja, Nigeria because of the availability of data, so as to be able to get necessary data to be able to work with them. We got them through the use of a link, of a questionnaire link. We got the available data through the use of a questionnaire link. Now, in our original contribution, we tried our possible best to show the general impact of COVID-19 on the return of investment of SMEs in Abuja, Nigeria. We showed what happened to the investment. We tried our best to show what happened to the return on investment of small and medium scale enterprises in Abuja, Nigeria. Also, we were able to show the pros and cons of COVID-19 on the employers and employees in Nigeria. So we tried our possible best to show the advantages and also the possible, majorly possible disadvantages of COVID-19 on employers, but not just on employers, but also on employees. We tried our best to show that on the poster. Now, lastly, we have completed information from government resources. Due to using Nigeria as our focal point and Abuja as our focal point, we used government resources from the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, which is the NBS. We also got information from the Federal Inland Revenue Services of Nigeria. We got information from the Central Bank of Nigeria also. We also got information from other government bodies and parastatals for us to be able to use it well. And lastly, we worked on work done by previous scholars. The work of previous scholars, we were able to use them to determine the impact of COVID-19 on SMEs in Nigeria, Abuja as the focus point. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. Thank you.
Reduction in revenue and several workers is instanced by the layoff. Consumer are not they are not getting the products result in high cost of doing business without returns. Some SMEs are reorganizing themselves to remain efficient and survive against COVID-19. Some businesses are also in the state of fear, losing all the investments or being kicked off by the business. So the prevalence of the COVID-19 pandemic will definitely change the dynamics of doing business worldwide. While the prospect for many SMEs may look disencouraging and moral damaging in the period, the world economy will eventually rebound with the successful businesses springing it. It will be advisable for SME to assess the damages the company may face and strategical addresses protection measures that will be assessed in mitigations of impact of the pandemic. And I hope that all the revenues and effect and effects will be getting back, and all the businesses will be grow up, and everyone will grab that opportunity. So this is the part of the conclusion. Thank you. Hi, good evening. My name is Ashwarya Patel. I'm taking care of the conclusion part. So as per the study of the conclusion in COVID-19 pandemic has a devastating effect on SME performance in Abuja state, Nigeria. and which may eventually leads to the shutdown of some business due to the reductions in demand and supply. And because of the reduction in demand and supply, there are shutdowns of